welcome back to Diaries of Smile. I'm on the floor again, which you guys already know what being on the floor means. We are doing some bookshelf organizing. Like, okay, listen, at this point, I feel like you guys should already expect this of me. I know what you're thinking, Naya, are we doing this again? Yes. Until I am successful at organizing. Anyways, okay, so let's not waste any time because the sun's going down and I really don't want to have to bring out my box lights because the lighting is just really great right now. If you guys remember, in my last organizational video, we organized this guy over here, and if you guys can see, I still have kept up with it. It is looking nice, it is looking clean, it is just like, ah, look at that, look at those spines, look how perfectly aligned that is. Even my horizontal books are still just poppin'. They're just great. They're doing good. But everyone just decided not to notice my beautiful organizational skills on this one shelf. I think almost every comment on that last organizational video was this guy down here. I know it looks like a disaster, and that is why I'm making a follow-up organizational video so we can get this guy cleaned out and organized and just looking as fresh as this shelf. Okay, so I'm gonna start by doing what I did last time with this shelf, and that's just pulling all of these books out. Also, I just realized I have a lot of notebooks and just random, you know, Tinkerbell books. Some of my little sister's books are in here too. Yeah, this bottom shelf for the past, like, my life has just been my sort of miscellaneous shelf. Like, you know how you have like a miscellaneous drawer in your kitchen where you just throw a bunch of like old wires and, you know, random stuff that doesn't really have a place? Yes, that is this shelf for me. This is my, I don't really know when I'm gonna read this book, or maybe it's a classic book, or ooh, oh my god, I forgot I had this book. I just finished reading Circe, which hopefully if you guys are watching this, that vlog video is already up because it was very long and I had to edit it down. I have this little book here that has a bunch of Greek myths and legends and things like that, hence the title, Myths and Legends. Awesome book. I should like reread this one. What is going on? How are you? What are you up to? How's your Friday? I'm gonna try to get this video out tonight. I'm gonna like power edit it so that I could be like up to date. My weekend plans are just reading. Oh, okay. If you guys remember, like 2 videos back, I said I was reading Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. Since I finished Circe, I recently picked that up again. If you remember, that book is about this girl ran away to a different country, changed her name. She's on the run for some reason, but you don't know why or honestly even who she really is, because like I said, she kind of has that unreliable narrator feel, like E. Lockhart style. If you guys remember her, oh my god, that book was so good. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart is the very first book I read of hers, and it blew my mind. It was genius. It was so brilliant. That book had an unreliable narrator too, which is why I'm pretty sure this narrator is unreliable. Ooh. This is kind of like my little mythology shelf because I also have this book here, which is Freya. This book is about the goddess Freya who has to go to Earth and like live as a human or something like that, like as a high school student. I'm also continuing reading Pan's Labyrinth. A lot of you guys said that I need to watch the movie first before reading the book, but it just breaks the bibliophile code, you know? We're following this little girl who is going through this very terrifying labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth reminds me a lot of the Greek myth of the Minotaur who's trapped in a labyrinth. It reminds me a lot of that myth, and I'm not sure if someone mentioned in the comments that it was inspired by a couple different myths and legends. That book's fantastic. If you can still see here, I have a bunch of books on my TBR cart that I'm trying to get to. I really want to start Strange the Dreamer, but I want to finish up all the books that I'm like halfway through right now. You guys already know in my reading 5 books at once video. Okay, so for the first time in 3 years, this bottom shelf is completely empty, and I think I'm gonna just start stacking my hardback and then put the paperbacks towards the end on this side, and then any remaining books, kind of like this shelf, I'll just horizontally, as neatly as possible, stack those books on top. I guess I should probably separate the hardbacks from the paperbacks if I'm going to do that. Look at me all organized and stuff. I'm gonna also try and put the tallest books to the left and do it kind of tallest to shortest. When did I get these? A lot of these are some older books that I've had for a while that I guess put on the bottom shelf and left it there. Check out this book here. This has to be the oldest book on my shelf. It is a collection of children's stories, originally published back in the 50s, I believe. It is super, super old. I think I'm gonna put this as the first book because it was originally the first book down here. Just thinking about like picking up this book. For some reason I put Storm Dancer by Jay Kristoff down here. If you don't know who Jay Kristoff is, he wrote Nevernight. I did a whole like 2-day like binge vlog of his books. I am patiently waiting for Dark Dawn, which is the third book in that adult fantasy assassin series. This is a book that I originally mistook Nevernight for because I read the back of the book and thought that the little like blurb they had back there was for that book, which I had said it was a Japanese steampunk novel, which it absolutely was not. It is the book that was inspired by Japanese steampunk, and it's a fantasy book, and I really, really, really want to pick it up. It's so short too. I'm actually gonna pop this on my little TBR cart over here. Uh-oh, I remember why I put this book on the bottom shelf. The Bronze Horseman by Polina Simmons. Okay, I have heard such mixed reviews about this book. I try not to judge books before I read them. This excludes judging books by covers because we all do that sometimes, you know? I heard a lot of mixed things about this one, so I really want to read it just to find out for myself if it's highly problematic. I bought all of Paulo Coelho's books after I read The Alchemist, which The Alchemist was amazing. I want to get the new cover edition of The Alchemist because it's so beautiful in like orange and red. But I also have The Valkyries and The Pilgrimage by Paulo Coelho, and I really need to get to these because The Alchemist was as fantastic as a lot of people were telling me it was going to be. So yeah, if you're a fan of Paulo Coelho, let me know which of his books you think I should read next. Can you see it here? Hold on, I'm gonna do a little zoom so you guys can, oh, look at that! A lot of books that I have to fit on my shelf, so that's why I stack things horizontally, but I still feel like it looks pretty neat. I tried to put mainly just paperbacks at the top, and as you can see, I have hardbacks that go into paperbacks over here, and then I have a few books that I actually stacked vertically. My Malcolm X book, Frankenstein, this really old book from the 50s. Yeah, it looks so good! Okay, so the sun went down, so I had to turn up my little light over here, sadly, which is my fault because I decided to film at like really late in the evening. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, keep reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!